I'm not big on fighting these days, but I don't call the cops. And I'm not big on scrapping lately. When I start, I don't stop. I just need one more person to hate me, talk that talk. One more problem might make me kill them all. I'm a heartbreaker, ass kicker. I'm a hot trigger, nasty words. I got 2 fingers for ass kissers. I'm a asshole dirtbag, no good bastard. Look, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy, so go ahead and get mad. I'll show you how easy I turn a tough guy to a dead man. I ain't your buddy, haters are obsessed fans. If we were buddies, trust I'd crack a bud just like a red can. Bedpan full of piss and vinegar. Head scan said that I'm not crazy, but I'm similar. Let's dance, lead hands, homie, you get slept fast. Trust me, you're a midget, I'm a monster. Every slap I throw's a finisher. I just need one more person to hate me, talk that talk. One more problem might make me kill them all. I'm a heartbreaker, ass kicker. I'm a hot trigger, nasty words. I got 2 fingers for ass kissers. I'm a asshole dirtbag, no good bastard. I don't call for backup, keep those comments to yourself. Bunch of cop calling pussies afraid to handle shit themselves. We was raised by the wolves, we ain't afraid to bleed, it helps. Sort the men from the boys, the have-nots from the wealth. With God as my witness, I'll leave you where you stand. If you flex, that's your death, we do it more than throwing hands. You better give me 6 feet when I come through, back the fuck up. Guaranteed to leave you bleeding if you make me back this truck up. I just need one more person to hate me, talk that talk. One more problem might make me kill them all. I'm a heartbreaker, ass kicker. I'm a hot trigger, nasty words. I got 2 fingers for ass kissers. I'm a asshole dirtbag, no good bastard.
See, now it's not that I don't care about Parquet's opinions. I need somebody else to tell me. Like, watch the last video of my little victory meme montage. Do people watch this? Does anyone even watch my videos? I don't know. I don't think that they do. I don't know if anyone exists other than Parquet. I don't know. But like, I don't know. I love making little mashups and little pump up videos and little celebration memes. It's just like, do you guys like that stuff? Should I keep doing that stuff? You need to tell me in the comments. You need to tell me in the comments if I should keep doing stuff like this, little pump ups and little stuff. It gets my pants tight. I don't know. I don't know about you, but all right, let's get into the videos. I just need to know. Tell me. Hey, what's up, everybody? Plus Parquet. Man, now I see why Parquet was with the RSR team doing a private lobby of Daily Race B this week. My goodness, it is a sweaty hot mess in there. My God. So yeah, welcome to week number 4 in 2025 on Gran Turismo 7. We got Daily Race A is a good one. I'm gonna get it. You're gonna see some races by the end of the week, I bet, in that Honda Civic. I built a couple little race mobiles in there. No DR changes on race A like always. It seems like a fun race. It really does. Front wheel drive battle, everyone in the same car, and the RCR garage Civic looks like fun. So I might check that out. Daily Race B is five quick laps at Interlagos in Group 3. And Group 4 is they're doing grid starts again, but it's a Lamborghini Cup in Group 4 at Deep Forest, I believe. It was at Deep Forest. Where is that Deep Forest? It just seems like a door banger. It's one of those races where I'm going to have an absolute stroke and probably need to kill myself maybe they're halfway through. I don't know that I'm prepared to do that. I've been very successful at not having strokes recently, and I just don't want to have a stroke. But yeah, so the Daily Race B is the race to go with if you're gonna go. But dude, it was so freaking sweaty. Anyway, people don't show their stats. I don't see YouTubers showing their stats. Are they embarrassed of their stats? Is that why they don't show them? I don't know. Just real quick, I tried so hard to get into A again, my DR into A, so I can register on GT1. Last Gran Turismo World Series rounds we had, I registered in GT1 as an A driver. And the points were so good. The racing with heavy damage, the racing was so good. I really had a good time, man. I almost want to go back and re-edit those videos on the new style, how I edit now, and try again and make better videos with it. But anyway, the Cappuccino was this week. You'll see the Cappuccino racing probably tomorrow or something. But anyway, this race, dude, it was a barn burn. Anyway, I've raced 224 times online. How many wins I have? I don't know. However many wins. What is it? 17 wins, 18 wins. But the top fives is what I care about. Almost half my races I've come in the top five. That's what I really focus on. Wins are hard to get, man. When you're always in the top of B and the A, it's hard to get wins. It really is. I can drop my rank like other people and go down towards the middle of B, and I'd have pole position and I'd win every race. If I wanted to pad my stats, I could do that. But there's no point to do that. Why pad your stats and look stupid? It's just stupid. Don't do that. All right, let's check out this race. I defend. You're gonna see angles probably from behind my car for most of this race because all I did was defend every turn forever. It made me very slow, and it made these guys really just, man, they were just coming at me, bro. Like, what the hell? I don't know. This week might not be a good week for me because this is stroke material. You ready? All right. Show me your stats. Don't be a little baby. Show me your stats, you little bitch. So, okay, daily race B, Interlagos, Group 3. A lot of different cars are viable here. In this week's edition of My Livery is Better Than Your Livery, there you go, take a look at that, be jealous. And then know that the end of this race, after I defend forever, comes down to that at the finish line. So, if you want to see how much defending is defending, you're about to see. But that's us going across the finish line. It was a brutal drag race that I could have been a little cheeky shithead, but I didn't, of course, because I'm fair.
Drive on the driving corner, baby.
So we're starting at P3, first race of the week. Anyone new to the channel, we're exploding radar where it's beneficial to us. We're exploding inputs at the bottom as we continue our journey to try to increase our trail braking and string theory whenever we're taking turns. Just trying to be good. Now, that's a good sight to see. P1 and P2 fighting immediately. But the guy that qualified P2, he was just fast, man. Mystic up in front there, Mystic Lion. He just drove away a commanding drive from the front, that's for sure. I tried a little move around the outside on the Peugeot here. Radar blown up on the left-hand side for you where it works. This guy here was it's an example of being too aggressive early in the race. Okay, unfortunately, he gets ushered into the grass. Now, we'll take a look at that in just a second. Radar's still up. This was an aggressive race. It was a sweaty race. It was one of those races when it's done, you're like, oh my God, what in the hell was that? The Lamborghini behind me was just very fast. He had a very strong pace, and he was a very good driver. I don't think he made contact with me. I don't think not one time. And he did a very good drive, and he showed that he had the pace, and I was kind of bottlenecking him a little bit. So we'll see how I deal with that. But this guy here, this is just an example of being too aggressive, guys. I know it's only 5 laps, but look what happens. Got a little bit of snap oversteer from me. We make contact. You get bumped a little bit wide, and now someone's on the outside punting you wide. I slowed it down a little bit for you. Now, this guy jumps up the inside, totally fine, but then he bumps the Peugeot, then he bumps me a little bit wide. I know it's not much, but it's enough to take me off course, and you're just aggressively pounding your way through there. You know what? And then you get ushered wide. That's just karma, dude. Don't drive like that. I know you want to get by. There's space there, but here's a view from behind, from the Lamborghini, the really fast Lamborghini. I mean, he's a bowling ball. He looks like a ping pong ball going in there bashing everybody up. And then when that, unfortunately, is just an incident. No one did anything wrong or on purpose or malicious to him. It just happened. This is how he started the race. Hey, you know what? My wife sees that and says nothing wrong with that. I just think it's aggressive. There was nothing wrong with it. There was nothing dirty. There was space there. But, did you have to jam it up in there like that? I mean, I'm just giving you an example of someone that's extremely aggressive on lap 1. And sometimes things don't go your way. So I try to stay calm and not be super aggressive. But I had to worry about this Lamborghini immediately. This begins the defend fest that just would not end. Eventually, I concede to this Lamborghini. Eventually. But he had a very, very strong pace. He probably would have won the race if I did not hold him behind me for so long. But I defended for my life. I was hoping to stay on the podium. I wanted to stay on the podium, but just defending. He jumped down the inside here, but he just couldn't get there fast enough. I'm becoming much faster on brakes, and I got to be honest. My driving style is slightly different than what I see from other people, and I really feel like it causes issues. I don't know. You're allowed to drive however way you drive, but my driving style and pace is just slightly different. I'm pretty quick qualifying, but when we get into the race, I don't know. My driving style, the way I brake just seems to be different. But again, I'm just trying to survive this lap too. The radars, just take a look at the radars, dude. I'm absolutely getting mugged at every single turn. I'm just doing my best to keep them behind me. When you keep people behind you, it slows you down because I'm getting off the optimal line for speed, and I'm having to defend and take narrow lines, which is overall making me not very fast. And that's the give and take that you have. Like, this was his attempt around the inside. I'm much faster on brakes now than I used to be, so I'm able to stay in front. Again, this was probably the last time I really didn't fully defend against him, was that right there. And I was just like, you know what, if he gets close enough, I'm going to let him go. He got close that time, and again, I was going to let him in. I got a little creative here. I just decided I can't keep him off the inside. Let me go deep here and have the inside for the second part of this turn one, and it worked out exactly how I wanted it to. And I thought if he brought it back again against me after that move around the outside, holding the position, defending around the outside is what that was. I thought if we get to the end of this lap, I think I'm going to let him by. I just, because I thought right here, they're side by side behind me. I thought, you know what, this is my opportunity. I dropped him back into the P4, P5 driver, and, now they're going to fight with each other and allow me to get away a little bit. Unfortunately, right here on the radar, the Porsche slid back behind the Lamborghini again because he was on the outside and it wasn't going to work, and he was in my gearbox again immediately. So decisions needed to be made. I had a feeling I wasn't going to be able to keep him behind me. You see, he has the fastest lap of the race. I believe he holds that all the way through the end. He was just fast. That Claudio Steve, or whatever his name is, he's fast. So I went wide here on purpose. The snap overs there, unfortunately, we had a little bit of contact. I flipped the high beams to let him know that was on purpose. Like, I didn't mean to touch him, but, I was letting him through there. Now I have to deal with the Porsche. Some people might question my strategy in letting people by at times, but that Lamborghini is fast, man. He was going to cause more issues. So I thought if I let him through, now I can deal with the Porsche and focus on dealing with the Porsche instead of having the dueling cars behind me that can overtake me at any time. I thought if I let him through, he's just going to drive away, which is exactly what he did. I'm constantly thinking. I overthink sometimes quite a bit, actually. Okay, we'll take a quick look back at the end of lap 2, starting lap 3. This is when I got a little cute, and I defended around the outside. I just get tired of doing the same defense over and over again. I don't know. You tell me, do you do the same defense and just keep defending on the inside over and over and over again? I don't know. It's all boring. I don't know. So I got a little cute, and then now I just got to go regular defense. I'm just, this race was just defending every single turn forever. It just was brutal. It makes me slow. I don't like it, but it's good practice for my racecraft, and that's ultimately what we're doing here on this little journey, is trying to improve my racecraft as much as I can, while increasing the skill level that I'm at. But yeah, these guys are quick, and they are hounding me, brutally hounding me bad. And every single time I take a defensive line, I'm hoping that these two will come together. Believe me, if I was one of the following cars in the chase cars, if I was the Lamborghini, this Porsche would be absolutely hounding me, and I wouldn't be able to get anything accomplished. But when I drop somebody that's chasing me and hounding me really bad into the driver behind them, they just are flawless. They drive flawlessly. Whatever, and that's why I'm trying to improve the racecraft. Ultimately, I tried dropping this Lamborghini into the Porsche because he was pushing me. I knew he had a faster pace than me. I felt like I was bottlenecking a little bit, but I could do this to the end. Do you guys tell me, would you traditionally defend all the way to the end, or would you make this move here, let the Lamborghini through as easily as I could without losing a ton of time for either of us, so I could focus on the Porsche and just try to secure the P4? Everyone's a little different. I drive a little different. My strategy's a little different. I felt like that Lamborghini was just faster than me in this particular race, and I thought that was the best move. Again, defending into turn 1, and then we got 2 laps to go. Can I hold the P4? Can we get back into the podium? I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to survive the penultimate lap, lap 4 of 5. It just continued pressure. Porsche just continued pressure. I believe I'm faster than this Porsche. It just, unfortunately, I have to defend on every turn, which really slows you down quite a bit. Even right there, he swung out and took the optimal line, the qualifying line, to try to take a run on me through the S, but that outside line just does not work. I can tell you that right now. So this was just a look from his angle with me defending every turn on lap 4. I mean, it's just how do you get around me? You know, it's just a good car placement is going to trump a couple tenths of a second every time. And it's just there's nowhere for him to go. It's just I'm getting very good at defending. My racecraft, I'm just trying to improve racecraft, dude. I'm racing myself. I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to beat everyone. I'm just trying to improve my racecraft to the point where I can consistently be a competent driver in defense and during attacks, around the outside moves, things like that. But again, he had nowhere to go. So we're about to start this final lap here. The moment he had, he messed up on the one moment that he had. This was his moment. He was alongside of me, and he should have just went for the move, but he was so worried about slipstream, he tried out tricking me and jumped back behind me, and then he bumps me. You know, these little tiny bumps aren't the end of the world. It happens. Everyone does them. I do them. It is what it is. But dude, it really can throw a driver off going into a turn, especially going into a very long straight like this. So now that he bumped me halfway through the turn because he was so worried about slipstream, I'm a little bit on the back foot going to start the final lap here. And now I will preface this by saying this is totally legal, nothing wrong with this, it's not dirty. But I need to know, what is your goal with this deep inside move like this? I know it's the final lap, that's the only reason why I say, okay, that's reasonable. But what are you going to do? Are you going to park on the apex and go 0 miles an hour so I can't turn in and hold the position and try to, like, I can't allow that move to work. You know, when we came down the hill, you know, on the second part of the kink, there was a little bit of contact, but, you know, you're on the outside trying to make it a dangerous move. It is what it was. I'm not going to slow down for that. I gave him plenty of room on the outside. You know, he didn't go wide enough. That's how I look at it. And then I have a trio of Porsches absolutely inside of me. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what the guy on the left on the inside is doing. Brother, how are you going to make the turn? I just don't understand. And why are you sticking your nose in and bumping me? So yeah, multiple contact here. I had contact from the inside car on the contact on the outside car because of the contact on the inside car. It's just I don't know why he's sticking his nose in there other than the fact that it's flashing lap 5 of 5. That's pretty much my only thoughts of it. Is just, hey, it's the last lap, dude. It's a hard race. We all have similar pace, you know, and it is what it is. But these Porsches were absolutely hounding me, dude. And then luckily the back two, the one in the back goes real aggressive and he takes out the other guy. I get another pretty hard bump from the Porsche directly behind me. I've been defending this entire race. He slides way outside to the qualifying line to try to get a run on these S's. It's not going to work. I'm not going to allow it. I go fast enough. That's not going to work around the outside. Then another real strong defense there, just not allowing him, just putting my car where I need to put it. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, I don't care. He's going to try to take the slipstream. If you maximize this, there's no way he can catch you. So that was our run out of the final turn on the final lap. Let's take a look back at the final lap. This was his move up the inside. I hate that move. It's not logical. Even if you make it alongside of me and slam on your brakes and stop, now the car that's behind you is going to go sweeping around the outside, switch back on us. He's going to do something to get around us because neither one of us can go fast through the corner if you do this to us. I just don't like the move. He's allowed to do it. Obviously I gave him the room, but on the way down the hill, when I'm on the inside of the second part of the chicane, no room at the end. I don't know what to tell you. You better go wider than that. If you're going to give me no space, you get no space. You go on the inside, you get no space. That's the space you get is exactly as big as your car. And when we're coming down the hill, you better move. I'm gonna elbow you out the way. That's my corner to lose, and I don't plan on losing it like that. Absolutely. Then these guys just absolutely mobbed me going through there. It was just brutal. You know, just like I said, this guy sticking his nose up the inside from way back. You know, it's just like, dude, you either need to get there or stay out, get your nose out of there. Either way, you see these Porsches are absolutely swarming me, dude. I'm doing as best as I can. I mean, any one of these cars could have got by me, and I just did. You know, like I said, I only do a couple races a week. You know, I'm really working hard on my racecraft and fighting with people and defending and doing as good as I can do with this stuff, man. You know, obviously I'm not a professional sim racer. I just got a professional rig for the first time in my life. First time ever trying direct drive. I'm still tuning this thing and getting the settings all set up. And while I'm doing that, I'm doing my best. That's all I can do. But yeah, I mean, a little bit of damage, rear bumper damage from him bumping me. You know, it's just like, you know, he has me set up going on the final lap. I just had rear bumper damage through that entire section because of him bumping me. You know, and then the run up the hill. Now, as you look at this, we were almost identical, dude. Almost identical coming out of that dig, dude, out of that hole. Right here, he lifts a couple times, and I think it syncs us up. Now, I will not make this mistake again. This was the mistake I made. I did precisely enough to stay in front of him and secure P4. Because I allowed him, because I thought this was just going to be a drag race, I wasn't worried about inside or outside because it was the final lap. We're racing to the flag. That inside line, you can see I have him by just a little bit, dude. But that inside line is the shorter line, and he gets that little downhill dip. You know, I did not think. I thought there was no way. I thought I had him. I was like, that's it. I wasn't even worried about it. I didn't lift not one time. He lifted multiple times, and right here I had him. You can see I have him. But that little dip and that short run to the line, it got him, bruh. That was one of the closest finishes I've had in a long time. Credit to him. I wasn't real happy with some of his moves and some of his contact, but you know, I do it too. It's all like 5 thousandths of a second. Not but 8 thousandths of a second, guys. He took me at the line, and it was that short line. All it really is that he had that short line, that short run on that left-hand side, and the little dip, the little downhill dip. If you're on the right-hand side, you're going uphill. If you're on the left-hand side, you're going downhill slightly. Now, I know it doesn't seem like much, and you can see I had him by the smallest margin on mile per hour. I had him, but all it was that inside line, man. Really, really, that was so discouraging. You just witnessed how sweaty of a time I had going through there, dude. That was one of the sweatiest drives I've had in quite a long time. It really, really was. It was sweaty. It was nerve-wracking. It really was. It was a really good race, man. I'm not mad about anything. Everything was perfectly fine with it. All the moves that were made were good. I'm fine with all of it. It's just, man, all that hard work. You know, I was okay with P4. You know, the Lambo behind me, this green guy that's harassing me at the this beginning. This is just a highlight reel. I'm just playing while I finish up the video here. You know, he was fast, man. I qualified better than him, but his race pace was clearly just better than me. And I'd like to see it maybe if we're side by side. I qualify better than him, so clearly I'm a little bit faster than him. But when I had to defend every single corner, dude, that's the difference. And that's why you have to work on your racecraft so much, dude, and make sure that you're fast, not just... See, that's the thing. I'm pretty fast. I'm like a top 2,000 driver as far as qualifying and speed goes when I'm by myself. When I'm on a circuit with everyone else, I'm not as fast as I need to be on non-qualifying lines. And that's where your racecraft has to come in. That's where you really have to focus on your braking, gaining time through your braking. And I've really changed the way that I brake now. I sometimes I'll brake hard, and then I'll lift that brake pedal, you know, halfway through the braking zone, and then I'll reapply whenever we're going into, you know, the trail braking section where I'm really just trying to turn the car and try to slow down just that little bit more. And I'll tell you what, my driving style is changing, and it's affecting the racecraft a little bit. I could tell I drive differently than other people. If anyone notices something in my driving, whenever I show you those inputs all blown up, if you're seeing something, feel free, man. I don't mind, as long as you're not being, you know, a dick to me or something like that. I'm down for criticism if you got some advice or something. I just know I drive differently than other people. I can tell, I can feel it. I can tell whenever I'm following someone or someone's following me, it's like we're not on the same page as each other as far as when I brake, when you brake, when I accelerate, when you accelerate. But you can't tell me I'm wrong. I mean, the proof. I mean, you see my qualifying time. You see I get pole position quite a bit when it's full B lobbies, or I'm at least in the top half. That's for sure. It's just got to put it together, man. Anyway, that was it. I got some other races coming to you. I got the Nations Cup with the Cappuccino coming at you, and all of it 74 mile an hour glory. I got some other stuff coming. Whatever, man. Hit those buttons. Press buttons. Everyone other than Parquet, press buttons. Tell me in the comment. Does anyone watch this? If you watch this and your name is not Parquet, drop a comment and say, hey, dude, I watched your video. I hated it. You suck. Whatever, dude. All right. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll see you probably tomorrow. But this was, dude, them Porsches. I don't know. Tell me. Give me a letter grade for my defense in this race. I give myself a B-. I believe if I would have just been strong and just defended the whole time, I could have beat the Lamborghini as well. But I don't like doing that. We're good. I'll see you soon.